Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Pygeoapi API for Windows and implement your first OGC APIs. And for this, you need command prompt window and Python installed. First, go to the directory where you want to install Pygeoapi API. For example, I use desktop. It's the easiest one. And then you create virtual environment. And then you activate it. And after that, you can clone the Pygeoapi API repository from GitHub. So you use git clone and then github.com/geopython-geoapi pygeoapi.git. And after you have cloned everything, you go to that directory that you just cloned and install all required dependencies and libraries. For this, you need pip command. And if you don't have it, you have to install it too. And this can take maybe 1 to 2 minutes. And after that, you can install the Pygeoapi API Python setup.py install. And then you copy the example configuration file. So after which you can edit it or simplify it if you want, because the default configuration file might be a bit complicated, which makes also the API more complicated. So you can find the configuration file from pygeoapi-example-config.yaml. So it's YAML file. But you can also edit it later, so you don't have to do it right now. But then you have to set environment variables for Pygeoapi configuration file and OpenAPI configuration file. And the another one. And then the last step is to generate the OpenAPI specification. And after that command, okay, it didn't work. There was a mistake. But after that command, you can just start the Pygeoapi server by writing Pygeoapi serve. And then the server is running on your local host that you can access using any web browser you want and go to localhost 5000. And here you can see the default instance API, service metadata, information about licenses, collections, temporal assets, processes, jobs, API definitions, conformance, and you can click the links, see all the collections. The default repository has 5 different collections, observations, large lakes, and so on. You can click them and see all the items. And for example, you can select one item and zoom in and out using the map and see all the attribute values. Or you can, for example, see the API definition as a JSON format, but it's easy to change using replacing JSON by HTML, and then the API definitions is a bit more visualized, and so on. And you can edit this API using that configuration file. You can find it from your desktop and edit it using any text editor, for example, Notepad. And from here you can, for example, change the name of Pygeoapi API. Or you can edit the metadata. Or you can change some resources, add some collections, add some data, for example, from GitHub or from your laptop or from some database, whatever. And after you have edited the configuration file, you have to save it and restart the server. You can stop it by pressing Ctrl+C to quit, and then you just have to start it again. After that, you can go to your localhost again and refresh the page and see the changes. Okay, you can see that I changed the title and the city. And if you want to learn more about this configuration file, which may be a bit complicated if you haven't used that before, you can find the description and all the required mandatory properties from Pygeoapi documentation. So take a look at it. Thank you for all of you.